No free man shall be seized or imprisoned, or stripped of his rights or possessions, or outlawed or exiled, or deprived of his standing in any way, nor will we proceed with force against him, or send others to do so, except by the lawful judgment of his equals, or by the law of the land. A reflection of our ancient English liberties into our present-day ideals. Did you ever wonder why the House of Commons is green? Because it first met in the green fields of England. Fields like this one, Runnymede. This was the place that the Anglo-Saxon Assembly, the Witan, met to advise the king. In fact, the name Runnymede means the meadow where counsel is taken. It was the first proto-parliament right here in these hills. And it is in this field that the Magna Carta, the Great Charter, was born. This is the place in June 1215 where barons forced King John to sign the Great Charter. 800 years later, we still look back at this document, signed in this place, as a turning point in the history of freedom and the rule of law. While many of the more than 60 clauses of the Magna Carta have fallen out of use or been replaced, some of them are a little hard to understand. Talk of fish weirs and wapentakes, whatever those are, seem irrelevant today. But if you squint hard, you can peer through the Old English and ancient disputes and see the familiar and cherished rights that we take for granted today. No arrest without charge, trial without jury, confiscation without compensation, and my favorite, one the Americans think they invented but started right here in these fields, no taxation without representation. A ban on the aristocracy stealing firewood from landowners is one of the earliest examples of what we now call property rights. And what is most interesting is that the document barely asks the king to do anything at all or give anything to the barons. It asks him to stop doing harm, and mostly just leave people alone. It imposed restraints on the power of the crown. And this is the most revolutionary part of the deal, because before that, there were no legal restraints on the king. He was above the law. But after Magna Carta, no one, not even the king, was above the law. Thus began the journey towards what today we call liberty under law, a journey that took several more centuries, a civil war, and a lot of evolution, a journey that is still not complete today, but one that started right here. Our Constitution is not a carbon copy of the Magna Carta, but it inherits its DNA, so much so that our own Supreme Court recognized this important evolution when it said the evolution of our democratic tradition can be traced back to Magna Carta. For example, it guaranteed that the king will, quote, not deny or defer any man either justice or right. This is the basis of what we now call due process, or Article 7 of our Charter, which says that every person is entitled to the principles of fundamental justice. Although the Magna Carta was a compact between the king and the English barons, the 1% of medieval England, if you will, its compact was not limited just to the elite. Many of the rights and privileges it secured applied to all free men, or in some cases, only men. But as the years went by, as the centuries progressed, what started as rights and freedoms for the few gradually grew and grew to the many, and now today for all. I can stand here and connect this ancient charter to our own laws more than 800 years later in a land unknown to the men who signed it. That shows the enduring power of the ideas and principles, but only if we protect them. These principles are our inheritance as Canadians. They are the core of our conservative philosophy, conserving ancient liberties. As Burke said, there is a contract between the dead, the living, and the yet to be born. That contract requires we pass what we inherited from our forebears on to our children. Freedom is hundreds of years old, but only one generation deep. We must do our job in our living time to pay it forward to those who will come after us. Because what started here by the muddy banks of the Thames is now our duty to continue an ocean away in Canada.